Ah, come on!
But yeah, so they had like starter packs. They had all these different minis and stuff that you would pick up, and each pack would come with trading cards along with them that had the stats of the mini. And what would happen was you would have a set number of units that you could use for the game, like 200 unit points, just as a arbitrary number. Each unit would have its own value. Like, oh, this stormtrooper unit is 10 points. This Jedi is 50 points or whatever. Darth Vader's 75. And they'd have all their different ranges and everything. So you'd pick and build your kind of units. You'd place them on the battlefield, and each one had certain movements they could do. And then the battlefield map would have like little obstacles and things that you might not be able to pass over unless your characters had certain abilities and movements and whatnot. But it was a lot of fun. It kind of took the fun of card games in that you would buy, of course, obviously card game packs are typically cheaper, but you'd spend, I don't know, $10 or something. Probably not that much. I don't remember it being that much. But you'd spend, whatever the price was for the booster packs, for $8 or whatever at the time, on whichever booster pack you wanted. You'd get, almost like the D&D miniature boxes. You'd get, a couple, minis just kind of in that box along with their cards. So you'd get, a certain amount together. They range in size and rarity and everything. Usually you'd have a certain chance of getting each type of thing. And then from there, you would, obviously be able to collect and build your armies and whatnot. And just like a trading card game, you could trade them and everything. It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of cool stuff that you could do with them. I have some of the minis left, but that's just through sheer luck. As I kind of went through stuff, and now they've been thrown in to use as placeholder minis for our D&D sessions if needed. Unfortunately, I made the mistake of giving them to a friend of mine who was big into Star Wars when I was getting ready to move away. I gave him a bunch of them, and he recently I had reconnected with him, probably like a year or two ago, and it had popped into my head about it, and we were really starting to get into our D&D kind of kick and needing the minis. So I was asking, if he was still using them, or if that was something, or if he didn't have them, or if he had them but didn't want them anymore, if I could maybe go ahead and borrow them or whatever until we got some minis. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to find them, so he doesn't know what happened to them, which is a shame because I would have loved to have had that collection again, be able to use that as maybe one of the games that we streamed here and there. But it's pricey to get now. It's definitely a pricier game to kind of track down, so I'm not too concerned about it. And I definitely don't want him to feel bad about it. I love him to death. He's basically like my brother. So it was just kind of he mentioned that he was moving down and he was going through boxes, and I was kind of like, hey, if you see those, set them aside because I'll pay it. I'll give you a few bucks for them or whatever if you don't want them anymore. That kind of thing, so we could use them. But definitely, it was a fun game. Now with 3D printers and stuff like that, which is an investment that I might be looking at here in the future, getting into a 3D printer to be able to make some minis and make some stuff like that for us to be able to play different games. That is one thing that we're thinking about and talking about, is we might be able to take some of those games people have made minis, or they've made the STL files for them, so we could print them and play them and everything. So that might be something that we look into. If people have enough interest, we might look into doing a variety of things with them. Printing them, of course, but then maybe doing like streams where we paint them, and that way people can see how bad we are at painting, and hopefully we can improve our painting skills over time, and then from there be able to go ahead and do the different games with them. But people take a lot of care making those minis and those STLs and things like that, not only for D&D but for stuff like Warhammer and everything like that as well. People take like Halo, and Halo had some sort of tabletop game that was in the works that ended up getting like canceled or something like that, and people have made and have found and recreated all of the files and stuff, which is just awesome. There's a lot of great community support for things like tabletop games and everything, and that's something that I want to be able to support. It's a great area, and it's something that you don't see a lot anymore. At least here in the United States. I know things like Warhammer are a lot less expensive and a lot more popular over in the UK. I have friends over there who have, who are big into it, and it's a lot easier for them to find stuff and get stuff and do whatever they need to do than it is over here. So that's always something that to keep in mind too, is it could always be your area where you have those issues, but it's something that we might look into here in the future and see about hopefully doing. Just because we think it would be a lot of fun. There's a lot of potential for that here in the future. Jinx, use Psychic while Jinx dances. It hurt. Alright, let's see if we can take down Jinx, and we got one more. I'm trying to remember what her last Pokemon is. I think it's like an Alakazam. Yeah, I remembered. Let's keep battling. Let's see if we can take down this Alakazam. Thunderbolt him. Now we just need to survive his Nightshade. We did. We're going to do one more Thunderbolt. There we go. Alakazam has fallen. We have just beaten Sabrina and got our 6th badge. Very nice. Sabrina looked good in this, though. I do like her model. Like that creepy guy in the background. I love him. Oh my gosh. I don't think we've come across one of them yet. Out and about. That guy all the way on the right. Kind of right above Pikachu's head right now. That guy's amazing. Calm Mind. Nice. Yeah, see, it looks like all her people are in the... A bunch of her people are in the crowd. Alright, so we have beaten Sabrina. Let's go ahead and get out of here. We've cleared this gym. We've beaten them all. Alright, and we'll go ahead and swap our party. And let's see if we can take out the dojo real quick. With Leonardo. Because it should be pretty much just fighting types in here. So we should be able to get through pretty quickly with pure water. Go ahead and save. We'll see if we can get through this in record time. Alright, let's go! You're trespassing in our dojo! Black Belt Hitoshi. What do you got for me, Hitoshi? A Primate. Alright. And let's see what we can do to take out Primate. Let's go ahead and scald him. And he used a Karate Chop, which did not hurt at all. That's a Bubble Beam End. There we go. One down. So that's 1 out of 5. If I remember correctly, some of them do have more than one Pokemon, of course. The last guy, I think, has a Hitmonchan and a Hitmonlee, and that's it. But it should be, now I beat this dude, and I go up and beat those two. I'm trying to remember all the fighting types in this original game. So Primeape is what he had. This guy should have, he's got a Graveler. I think one guy does have a Golem. And I have like a Machop, or Machamp, something like that. Like they did a pretty good job with the diversity of the Pokemon in here. And it's not like battling Team Rocket members, I think, where each one has like the same 2 or 3 Pokemon, the same little pool. I think each one has a different type. Alright, and we got all those. We beat Aaron, so we're 2 down. He stubbed his fingers. He gave us 3 Pokeballs. Great dudes. Alright, let's go. Face this guy. You're good. I won't hold back. I thought this will be good. We'll clear Saffron City. Oh, almost time to get some food. I'm hungry. That's right, he's got a Poliwhirl, because that is also technically a fighting type. Or a ground type, or whatever. See what Scald does to him. I know it's not going to do a lot. It actually did a pretty decent job. We should be able to kill him with the next one. But we're focusing on Leonardo right now, getting him some love and some training in. There we go. Poliwhirl is down. We got one more to go before our showdown with the boss man. We got money for winning. I am a challenger. Thank you for noticing. And we're challenged by Black Belt Mike. He's sent out a Macho. It's actually a bit of a surprise. I thought he had a chant. But apparently not. We can water gun him. There we go. He did. Alright, and we have flown through these guys. Now we just got to take down the leader. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Grunt, I am the master! You wish to... Oh, no mercy! Wah! Now, if I remember correctly, we only get one of these Pokemon. So, better choose wisely. We'll worry about that once we beat them. If we decide to pick one now. We might wait and save that for a later time. Just because, I mean, there's no real immediate rush to pick one. Bite you. Flinch. Dang it. Just hoping he would flinch. Just curious if we'd get that lucky. I also love that he's damaging himself with recoil and with burn. So I'm just trying to see if I can just out-tank him more than anything. Scald him! Yeah, like that's doing nothing. Bite him! Finish him! Oh my gosh. Well, the burn will get him. Got him! That's how we do it. Alright, we got extra XP. We've beaten this guy, we've beaten the master, and we've beaten this gym. And I think we did it in under about 3 minutes. Indeed, I have lost, but I beseech you, do not take our emblem as your trophy. In return, I will give you a prized fighting Pokemon. Yeah. Hitmonlee. Hitmonchan. Choose which one you like. Oh, that's nice. That's cool that they come out so you can see them. Yeah, we're not gonna pick them right now. We're probably gonna save that as like a closer to the end of the game thing. Here, just because with the ability to bring stuff in from Go, we'll see if like there's one I'm missing That way I can just have the easy Pokedex completion.